is maybe disturbingly simple. It's data that's too big to read, store, or analyze in whatever way you used to do it. Now, depending on what you were used to, that could mean different things. And I purposely mean this to be a relative definition. If what you're accustomed to doing is using Excel in order to analyze data, the first time you come across a data set that's simply too big to do in that, for you that's in effect big data. Some other people have defined big data as anything that's too big to fit on a laptop. People like me who've been doing economic analysis for 20 years decide that they're in the big data world once they come across a big data set that they can no longer read into RAM and use as data. So people come to their big data awakening less about some absolute measure of this data set has hit a certain number of terabytes or petabytes, and more usually it takes a form of, the way I've been looking at data no longer works. I either need new tools or I need help. And to me, that's what the experience of big data often means. My favorite metaphor for big data actually comes from Top Chef. Now, I travel, we're based in San Francisco, I'm not in front of my usual TV. I think the season 10 finale was last night. If it was, do not spoil it for me, because I will watch it this weekend, I don't want to know. I am rooting for Sheldon, wherever that's worked. But there's often a challenge on Top Chef, where the chefs are asked to essentially make something that they make at home, a comfort food, but make it for 200 people. And to me, that's essentially what big data is. Now, the ingredients don't change. The proportions don't change. The way it looks on the plate, once it's plated for 200 people, also doesn't change. But you can't just use a bigger pot to turn your dish for 2 into a dish for 200. There comes a point where there has to be some qualitative change in how you are cooking, preparing, assembling, and those qualitative changes can be dramatically different. On Top Chef, that may mean cooking lots of things and then just finishing at the end. It may mean cooking different things in pieces and then combining them at the end, as opposed to the way you might do it just for 2. And if you're a watcher of Top Chef, you know that lots of people end up failing by trying to do for 200 the way they used to do it for 2. So that's often a downfall. So that's what I think big data often means in practical terms.